السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين باعث الأنبياء والمرسلين ثم الصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنام سيدنا وسيد الخلق أجمعين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكرمين المنتجبين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. For the hastening and the return of our Imam, let's recite a salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
One of the important concepts we have as followers of the Ahlul Bayt is the concept of Ziyarat. Particularly Ziyaratul Hussein salawatullah wa salamuhu alayh. If we were to discuss just that topic of the ziyarah of Imam al-Hussein, the different ziyarat that we have in terms of occasions, what occasions we are told to go for the actual ziyarah. Ziyarah for, I guess, the non-Arab speakers is to visit. Sometimes when we use the word ziyarah, what we mean is a text that we read. Okay, that's not the actual concept of ziyarah. Ziyarah means to visit. Okay, these texts that we have received from the Ahlul Bayt, and there are books specifically on that topic, like Kamilu Ziyarah or Kamilu Ziyarat by Ibn Qulawayh al-Qummi, may Allah bless his soul. These texts have been given to us, these words, that when we go for the visit, that we speak to that Imam, or we speak to the Imams, we speak to the Ahlul Bayt, the Holy Prophet, the Lady Fatimatul Zahra, salawatullah wa salamuhu alayhim ajma'een, with these words. And mind you, these words contain what the ahadith regarding that ziyarah tell us is required. One of the ideas that has been mentioned in numerous ahadith regarding ziyarah or the visit of the Ahlul Bayt is that if you have the opportunity to visit an Imam or even one of the some of the children of the Imams, like particularly Fatima al-Ma'suma salamullahi alayha in Qum, there's a hadith from Imam al-Jawad salawatullah wa salamuhu alayhi that suggests whoever visits her arifan bihaqqiha, even some of the children of the Ahlul Bayt, visiting them, but this line is repeated. Whoever visits the Imam, like Imam al-Rida, Imam al-Hussein, Amir al-Mu'mineen, other Imams, arifan bihaqqihi. If you know who they are, you know their truth, you know their reality, you know who you are visiting, that you are not visiting a grave, you are not visiting a corpse, you are not visiting a decomposing body that is buried beneath the ground. That's not what you're visiting. Understand what you're doing. If that understanding is there, wajabat lahul jannah, the person that goes for that ziyarah, just that one ziyarah, not 50 times, one ziyarah, wajabat lahul jannah. This is very serious. God doesn't play tricks. He doesn't joke around. He doesn't say nonsense. The Ahlul Bayt, speaking on behalf of Allah, giving us that guidance when they say, whoever visits this ma'soom or this ma'soomah, wajabat lahul jannah, it's very serious. One ziyarah is going to cause, that's the effect of this. How do you gain that ma'rifah, these texts that we have, these words, Ziyarat Ashura, Ziyarat Jami'a Kabira, Ziyarat Aminullah, Ziyarat, all these different ziyarats that we have that you can find in the multitudes of books that we have, alhamdulillah. These are to convey that, to get that across who you are visiting. It is important when you go and visit, you read those lines and you try to make that connection with the person, increase your knowledge, your understanding, your ma'rifah of that individual, of that imam or of those imams when you are in their presence. There's a different effect to it. That's why we have these different ziyarat, Ziyarat Ashura, Ziyarat Jami'a Kabira. And on a side note, tonight's topic is Imam al-Hussein and Ziyarat al-Arbaeen. I want to talk about that. Introducing the subject of ziyarah. One of the best of ziyarat to recite is Ziyarat Jami'a Kabira. Inshallah, you have the tawfiq to visit the Imams, whether you go to Najaf, to Karbala, to Kadhimiyya, to Samirra, to Mashhad, to Medina, any of the shrines you go, we have certain ziyarat that are referred to as Jami'ah. In other words, it includes all of the Imams. You can recite it, you can read it when you are visiting any of the Imams. But there's particular ones that when you go and visit Imam al-Rida, there's a particular ziyarah for him. But then there's Jawami', there are ziyarat that are inclusive. If you go to Imam al-Rida or Imam al-Hussein or Amir al-Mu'mineen or Imam al-Kadhim, Imam al-Jawad, Imam al-Hadi, Imam al-Sadiq, whichever of the Imams you go, you can read them. One of those is Ziyarat Jami'a Kabira, and it's Kabira because that's the lengthiest ziyarah that you can find. Read this ziyarah, not once, continuously, constantly, any of the ziyarat, even when you don't visit, well, which I will say a few words regarding that as well. Our understanding, brothers and sisters, of whom the Ahlul Bayt are is very deficient. Very deficient. We have to go to them, hear their words, study their words to understand who they are. And it takes time. The reason why it says every time you visit, or even with some of the ziyarat, like Ziyarat Ashura, every day, it's part of the hadith. Repeat it. Why? Because you read it once, you don't get the message. The Quran is similar. The word of Allah, we're told daily, read it. Read it, keep reading it. You're going to read that chapter 50 times at least during your lifetime. I mean, 50 times is nothing. We should read it a lot more than that. Each of these chapters, not just Surah Yasin, not just Surah Ham, not just Surah Tawheed, which even those we don't pay attention. When you read it, the idea is to pay attention to the meaning, get what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. Read Ziyarat Jami'a Kabira, not just the Arabic for those who don't speak the language or don't understand it. Just read the Arabic without getting any of the meaning. Read whatever translations available. Try to get into that meaning, the meat of it, the essence of it. Our understanding of the Ahlul Bayt has got to become a lot more accurate, a lot deeper than what it is. That's what those ziyarat are for. Recite salawat, please.
اللهم صل على محمد